he been able to talk about the divorce?
I've tried to be there for you. I've tried to give you strength. What's going on? Are you on drugs? You think you can just live your life doing whatever you feel like?
Now you've adapted 2 of your plays into feature films, which presents its own challenges in making it feel cinematic rather than theatrical. How did you and co-writer Christopher Hampton collaborate to achieve that cinematic feel this time?
It's not about filming a play, it wouldn't be like very challenging, and it's about trying to find the cinematic language to tell this specific story. But I feel like every story requires something different. It's true that as soon as you think about adapting a play into a film, the first ideas you have is always to try to write new scenes to make it feel more cinematic. And this is exactly what I did not do for The Father. Remember, everything was shot in apartments because I wanted to use the set to tell the story and to make the viewer experience what it could mean to be completely lost in this mental space somehow, and in order to experience from the inside what it could mean to lose your own bearings. But for the son, it was completely different, and because I wanted to do something very linear, it was easier to open it up, to do something that was more conventional in terms of cinema. My first instinct was to set the story in New York because I didn't want to tell a French story or a British story. I didn't want to tell an American story neither, but I wanted to tell a story that was a bit wider than that, because I thought that it's universal and this kind of story happen and could happen everywhere and to anyone. And to me, at least, New York was the crossroad of our world, and it was a way to put this story under our eyes in a broader way. And the opportunity also through the adaptation was to add new things, of course. For example, the character that Anthony Hopkins embodies in the film is an additional character. I mean, it was in the play as a ghost, but I really wrote this scene with him in mind, and it became strangely like a pivotal scene, because it's called The Son, and as I said, it's really told from the father's perspective, from Hugh Jackman. But I wanted the audience to understand at some point that maybe he is the son of that story. He's still a son, at least, in pain and struggling with his own past, struggling with his own father. And so trying to be the father he never had, or to be a better father than the one he had. And probably that's why he's not capable to deal with his present, because he's too much taken by his own past.
I've had that scene, that two-hander between Sir Anthony Hopkins and Hugh Jackman play over and over in my head. It's so powerful. Anthony is terrifying in The Son. It's reminiscent of the roles he is iconic for, but very different to The Father, obviously. What was it like seeing that kind of performance from him firsthand when you were directing him?
After The Father, many people came to me and asked, is he okay? As if he was going through dementia himself. And I was like, yes, he's a great chef. He's just an extraordinary actor. So it was exciting for us just to do something almost opposite to what we did in The Father. And it was also a tribute to what he did in The Father, proving that, it was really like a performance. And it was the first time for him to be back on set since The Father because of COVID as well. So it was like a real emotional reunion for us. And also it was the first time that they met, Hugh Jackman and Anthony Hopkins. And to me, it was so meaningful to have them in the same frame. I love them very, very much. And I had that feeling that something special could happen between the two of them. And this is what happened, I think.
Yeah, it was very special.